His name, Robert Jeffrey Warren. And although he was born just 3 years before the release of Star Wars in 1977, he would forever change the history of Star Wars toys and be a part of vintage toy legends. Sadly, not for a good reason. Robert was born on November 11th in 1974 in Lilburn, Georgia. There he grew up with his parents and older brother. Robert was just your average little boy who loved doing what most little boys love to do at Christmas time, opening toys under the Christmas tree. One of the gifts under that tree was a gift for his brother, a Mattel Battlestar Galactica ship called the Viper. While playing with the toy, 4-year-old Robert placed the missile of the ship into his mouth, and before anyone knew what happened, the missile from the ship fired and lodged itself into Robert's throat. After choking, as his brother tried to help him, he went unconscious. His mother then made a 911 call for an ambulance. Once there, the doctors worked quickly to remove the small missile from Robert's throat. What followed then would be a lawsuit against Mattel and lead the company to voluntarily recall the ships with firing missiles. And this wasn't the only case, as other lawsuits of kids choking on the missile was starting to hit Mattel. Fears this could also happen with the upcoming Kenner release of Boba Fett with the firing rocket. It was quickly decided to have the rocket glued into the backpack and not be able to launch out. Kenner did first look into how to lock the missile in place, but soon decided it was best just to drop the plan of having the missile fire. 2 days after removing the missile from Robert's throat, he passed away due to complications caused by lack of oxygen to the brain on December 31st, 1978. The recall from Mattel would not start until January 11th, causing some to say Mattel acted too slowly. Mattel would ask parents who had bought the vehicles to trash all the missiles or return the missile to Mattel for a free Hot Wheels car. Although the ship was from Mattel's Battlestar Galactica line, it was reported in many outlets as a Star Wars toy, as adults at the time saw any space toy as a Star Wars toy. The judge in one of the lawsuits called it a Star Wars missile, upsetting George Lucas when he heard about it. Even Robert's death certificate states that the cause of death was due to a Star Wars toy being put into the mouth and the missile injecting. We know the story of the young boy who changed the history of vintage Star Wars toys, but few know his name, or if the story was even true, or just some urban myth. Sadly, it was true, and he wasn't the only child to choke on a missile from the Battlestar Galactica toy line. So next time you buy that really cool toy ship and complain that the missile's too big, or it doesn't fire out like the good old days, remember 4-year-old Robert Jeffrey Warren. And that's the story of the little 4-year-old boy who would change toy history. I want to thank you for watching. As always, thumb up so you like my content, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.